Guys, I just posted a video just now on my channel that I saw where Sowore is being manhandled in court and the DSS people were dragging him and his own people were trying to intervene, trying to rescue him. They were about to naked him. They were doing all sorts of rubbish inside a court of law. I am just speechless. I am completely without words, honestly. And this is not something that happens to me all the time. And I can tell you that for the very first time in my life, I am so ashamed to be called a Nigerian. To be a Nigerian, to even identify with a country that can behave in such a barbaric, inhumane, primitive way. I mean, just imagine. How can you explain it? Yesterday, we heard the news that Sowore has been released from prison where they have been detaining him illegally for several months, even though the court have ruled. I believe this is the third time that a sitting judge in Nigeria has ruled that this man should be released. But the Daily Saint, no. These people that call themselves DSS or whatever they call them, that are backed by the Secret Service or Buhari himself, have no regard for the rule of law. They have no regard for the judiciary, that a sitting judge will give an order, and a politician or someone who is the head of security will flounder that order and without any. I mean, is there any hope for this country called Nigeria? Is there really any hope at all? Is there anything worth fighting for? Is there any need to even fight? Or it's just a lie to disintegrate and fall apart? Everybody go their own, Biafra go their own, the North will go their own, the South will go their own, everybody go their own. Oh my God. This is so painful to watch, guys. It's really painful. Forget about my appearance. I dressed up this morning because I'm going to a Christmas party, and I was prepared and I was really in a good mood. I was happy and everything. And then lunchtime, I decided to check my phone, and what did I see? A violent video whereby Sowore is being manhandled. They are driving. See the way they are driving like robbers. They are like armed robbers. These are the people that we call our leaders. Are you telling me that Buhari is not seeing everything that's happening now? I mean, what has this man done? What exactly has he done? Like, they've held him illegally for several months. A country where there is no respect for the three arms of government. It is only the executive arm of government that is functioning in Nigeria. That's the politicians. Whatever they do is above the law. They are the ones that are stealing and robbing the country blue blind. I mean, I saw a video yesterday where the man was giving a breakdown of what these politicians make. The governors, deputy governors, senators, what they make. I said, no wonder they all want to die. They will do anything to get there. It's because of what they get from it, what they steal from it. They steal their state. They steal blue blind. Those that go to the federal, they share the money. They borrow money from the World Bank. They borrow money from everywhere, and they share it. All the money that Buhari says he's gotten back from the money that was stolen from Nigeria is fighting corruption. What has he done with it? All the systems are falling apart. The educational system is falling apart. Roads are terrible. Security is zero. And somebody that has the courage to leave the comfort of his home, his family, to come down to fight, to even speak out against what's happening. You people took him. You just took him. It's only in Nigeria that they can just take you, just take you. This is a form of... Yeah, he's kidnapping because you cannot say that somebody has committed an offense or he's committed a crime or whatever it is you charge him with, and you lock him up for months. You take him to court, you return him, you take him to court, there is a judgment, and you have no regard for the judiciary, you have no regard for the court and the systems in the land. This system of government is not democracy. Democracy is far from Nigeria. Because in a democracy, the three arms of government need to be able to be separated. There must be separation of power. This is how they taught us when in secondary school, that the three arms of government, the judiciary, the legislature, and the executive has to be separated. But in Nigeria, all the power is concentrated on the executive branch. And that is why Buhari, the illiterate man, is doing whatever he likes, using his thugs to bully people, to guys, I try to stay away from this politics, not because of anything. People come here and say, oh, why are you talking about all these topics that, they are not important? Why don't you talk about politics? Why don't you talk about this? Why don't you talk about Buhari? Why don't you talk about this? Some people came the other day, one person came and was abusing themselves, saying that the reason why I'm not talking about Buhari is because I'm afraid this, that. But Showareda is not afraid. Look at what has happened to him. Showareda left the comfort of his family in the US to come to Nigeria to fight. Where are the people supporting him? Even the Nigerian youth do not care. They don't care. All they care about is how to make money. They don't care about leadership or fighting for their rights. They don't care about fighting. So why should anybody want to die for Nigeria? If you die for Nigeria, you die for nothing. Nothing will come out of it, because they are not worth dying for. It is just so depressing to see what is happening in Nigeria. Look at what Buhari is doing. How can anybody justify this? How can you even explain it that you released this man yesterday, less than 24 hours later, you sent out your thugs again? Or you want to tell me that he doesn't know what is happening? You sent out your thugs again to go and keep him. It's like they have another agenda for this man. The way they were dragging him and choking him and doing all sorts of things to him in the courts makes me think that, hey, what kind of wahala is this now, Tory alone? What has Showereda got himself into? He wants to fight for good leadership. He wants to fight for freedom. He wants everything to work well in Nigeria. Who is supporting him? He's only online. You will see people supporting him. It's only very teeny percent, insignificant amount of people that will come out. Everybody, they fear. Beginning to think that, you know what, the Nigerians who live abroad actually care about what is happening in Nigeria more than Nigerians who live in Nigeria. A country of over 180 million people. Yet, only a tiny group of people is holding the country to ransom like this. Year in, year out, there is no food. People, just ordinary things that we take for granted over here is what people would do anything to have, like food. A large percentage of the population, millions of people, live below the poverty line. They cannot even feed. People live below $1 a day. Yet, they cannot speak. Nobody, you will not see them speaking. They will not say anything. It's so disheartening, guys. It's really, really disheartening. It's sad. It is shameful. It is embarrassing what they are doing to this man. And I saw that video. I was emotional. I felt like crying. I just wanted to, I felt like crying. I was talking to my friend. I said, look, just look. I felt like crying for what could have been. What could have been. Nigeria is a country that's got everything that you can think of. We've got mineral resources, we've got human resources, we've got land, we don't have any natural disasters, we've got everything we need to be great. But yet greed will not allow them. Greed will not allow those men who are in power, in position to do anything. They close their eyes to the suffering of the masses, yet they steal and steal and steal and steal. Oh, Words fail me, honestly, guys. I don't even have the words to express it, how I feel, but I feel very emotional and I feel sad because what is going on is just, you can't explain it. You cannot explain it. Anybody who is in position will use that position anyhow they like. They will hold people without charging them to court. When they charge them to court and the court say release that person, they will not. They just do whatever they like. How is this possible? How can they do this? How is this even permissible in a democracy? Democracy is very far from us. So I'm beginning to think that maybe perhaps military rule was better because we knew they were soldiers. At least with soldiers, we accepted our fate because we know that their own is, is power by force. But this democracy, Buhari is not. I don't know if we will ever achieve democracy in that country. But for now, what is going on there, there's no democracy there at all. And the way people keep quiet, the way millions of people just get on, it's almost like they are being controlled by something that, okay, don't say anything, no, don't say anything, no. So if people who live there that are facing the struggles, they are facing the suffering, the hardship and anything, the bad roads and everything, don't say anything, why should I come and kill myself for them? Why? They are the ones that are directly affected. But yeah, they don't care. They do not care. So, please, I just wish that they would let this man go. Let him go back to his family in peace. And allow Nigeria to sort themselves out. If the Nigerians refuse to do anything, let them continue like that and be suffering and smiling. That's all. Because you cannot come and die for another person. That's it.